What's up, brother? Today I'm going to speak about what working out of school taught me about the importance of having a strong father figure for kids. I've been working out of school for the past 5 years. On and off, I quit and then I came back. And I'm one of the kids' favorite teacher. And they tell me stuff, they open up to me, they tell me stuff that they don't tell their parents or that they don't tell other teachers, and that a lot of people are not aware of. So I'm going to tell that to you today because, as you know, kids are very honest when they actually trust you. Okay? So the other day, I had this kid come up to me, and unfortunately, he's a little bit overweight, but he's a great kid. I really love that kid. He's really nice, and he came up to me, and he really likes me. Okay, all the kids in the school like me. Like it's actually like I'm a superhero there. Okay, they really like me, and he came up to me, and he was like, "Can you buy me some McDonald's?" I'm like, "No." No fucking McDonald's. You're not eating McDonald's. Obviously, I didn't say the F word, but I was like, no McDonald's. If you give me though 25 push-up, I'll make you like a burrito or I'll make you something healthier. And he's like, oh, he's so motivated. So like he goes and he starts doing push-ups and he tries and he tries and he's like, oh my God, it's so hard. I can't do a push-up. No. I'm like, you gotta keep trying. You gotta keep trying. Do them on your knees, but you gotta keep trying. And after a while, he came up to me and he's like, you know, my dad even bought me a bench press and some stuff to lift some weight at home. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, but I don't use them. And I'm like, why don't you just use, your dad is not using them with you? Like he's not showing you? And he's like, no, my dad don't use them. And I'm like, yeah. In my head, I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. And that's the problem that a lot of people don't understand. I'm going to talk about a lot of other stories that happened in the school, but that's one that I want to stop on right here, right now. And it's like, you cannot lead other than lead by example. You cannot expect your kids to be something that you're not. See, a lot of father, what happens is that they neglect themselves, okay? They neglect themselves. And I can see it, even parents in general. They give the worst food to their kids, and that's because they themselves don't know how to eat, right? It's like it's way easier for them to just order some fast food, order some freezable lunch. And I totally understand because it's like you don't have the time, but like you don't understand the impact that it's causing right now. You're giving your kids some bullshit food, and the problem is that your kid is going to take it, and even if he's going to have some worse repercussion than you. You know why? Because his subconscious mind is forming right now. What's normal for him is forming right now. So the subconscious mind is the mind, the primal mind that you formed during your childhood, and that's going to basically define the way your life is going to go unless you change it in the future. For example, let me give you something that was in my subconscious mind. In my subconscious mind, I had the belief that I was not good in sports. Why? Because I would go to sports and to play sports when I was a kid, and I was just not good at it. So I was like, you know what, I'm not good at sports. And throughout my whole life, I used to believe this until I realized what the subconscious mind is, and I changed it. Now, in your kid's subconscious mind, when you feed them bullshit, they're gonna have the subconscious mind that, okay, it's normal to eat fast food, it's normal to be fat, it's normal to be lazy, it's normal to be undisciplined, it's normal to stay on the couch all day, it's normal to not have healthy habits. Compared to a kid that its subconscious mind is primed towards. That's why, for example, an athlete, it's not because like an ex-athlete has more chance of his kid becoming an athlete, not because he's an athlete, it's because his kids is seeing every single day the discipline and the work ethic of an athlete. And now he's like, okay, that's what I'm going to be when I'm older. Your kid will literally copy you to a T without questioning what you do, because in their eyes, you're the perfect human. So it's like, even if, for example, that's why some kids are racist, because the thing is, their parents are racist and they don't question what their parents are saying or doing. So they're like, I'm going to copy exactly what he does. And for him, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just a kid. But it's actually wrong. But that's because he's copying exactly what his parents are teaching him. Now, if at home you're teaching him to eat bullshit, if at home you're teaching him to not be disciplined, if at home you're not teaching him what excellence looks like, he's not going to follow your lead. Right, and you're gonna try and, like, when it's gonna be too late, most parents, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna sign them up to a gym. Like, I had some parents sign their kids up for like some sports, but the kids don't want to do it. They don't feel interested towards it because they don't have that example at home. Now you gotta understand too, a kid, like I said, their parents are their superhero. They want a strong masculine role model in their life. That's why they look up to all these Marvel movies. That's why they look up to all these superheroes, these athletes and all that stuff, because they want a strong role model. I know it because every single kid come up to me and they want to like show off to me. They want to prove their worth to me, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? If you work at school and you are one of the teachers that kids really look up to, they want to prove your worth to you, okay? And the thing is, that superhero role model that they're looking for should be their father. It should be their father. You should be the guy that they're super proud to flex off, because as you know, kids, they just want the best, to have the best achievement. the amount of time that the kid will come up to me and be like, hey, look what I did, look my new shoes, look my this, look at this, look at that. And it's like they will do, and when a kid does this, the other one is like, oh my God, I want the best achievement too. Let's say we're playing football and one of them hit the top corner. Oh, I hit the top corner. Everybody's like, Gausu, look, check this out. I can hit the top corner too. And they want to flex. But see, the ultimate achievement for a kid is probably to have a strong father. Is to have a good dad, a dad that is strong. Because I promise you, the kid that their dad is strong, they will tell me, oh yeah, my dad is bigger than you. My dad is stronger than you. I'm like, shut up, man. Your dad's not bigger than me. There's no way. But they feel proud about their dad. And that's because imagine if you actually have a superhero at home. It's not just like you have a superhero in movies. You have somebody that you look up to, because you got to understand the way your kids work, because you was a kid so long ago. But the way his mind works is that he literally sees you as like the perfection. He sees you as the perfection. Now imagine if you were actually the example that he needs to be like in the future. Because if perfection in his eyes is eating junk food, eating chips on every weekend, eating bullshit, that's perfection for him. That's who he's going to become in the future. He has more chance of becoming that and becoming more lazy. Now imagine if what he sees at home, what perfection is like waking up early, going to the gym, eating healthy, right? No McDonald's, not eating bullshit, eating high protein meals. You know how rare it is to see a kid eat an actual healthy diet at school? Like I'll watch them at the school what they eat, eating that high protein diet. If that was perfection for him, don't you think he'll be better set up for the future? Don't you think he'll be better set up for having a better life? And by the way, he is, right? A lot of the kids that get bullied, I'm gonna tell you something that's really sad, okay? I used to get bullied as a kid. I didn't have a father. And the thing is, not having a father, or just having a weak father, gives you more chance of being bullied. Okay, the kids that don't get bullied are the ones that are confident. And the problem, the thing that is really sad that I want to tell you is that even though I got bullied, it's better for a kid to be a bully than being bullied. Like, I'm a teacher, so I'll stop the bullying if I see it. But even that, it's like the kids that are bullies, they show more traits of the people that are going to be successful. Like, they're the ones that are confident. They're the ones that are stronger. They're the ones that are good at sports. They're the ones that don't have self-esteem problem. And unfortunately, these problems, like I used to have them. I had to break a lot of them. But it's like, it's going to make life way harder for you if you get bullied as a kid. It's going to make life way harder for you. And it's really sad that it's still happening, because I used to get bullied. But the thing is, it always starts at home. It's always the kids that are overly confident, the kids that are overly strong, the kids that are good at sports. They have a strong father that shows them the example. They have a strong father that shows them what to do. Like, their father plays with them. They do practice with them. Now, it's up to you. But the thing is that, like I said, their subconscious mind is being primed right now. It's being primed, and everything that they see, they don't question it. So you really want to be careful about what you allow them to see. You want to be their superhero. You want to be the one that they look up to and they're like, oh, my dad is the best. Because I promise you, your kid, they're looking at you. Another story that I have is like this little girl, or was it a boy? It was a 2-year-old. It was a second grader. Okay, a second grader. And he was like, hey, yo, can you pick me up? Because you're so strong. They call me Mr. Strong. And they're like, hey, can you lift this place? Can you lift it? They're like, can you pick me up? I'm like, yeah, no worries, I'll pick you up. So I do this. And he's super light. It's a 8-year-old. So I'm like, yeah, I'll pick you up. And I pick him up like this, put him on the ground. And then, you know what he tells me, bro? He literally looks at me and he's like, yo, you're so strong, like you're so cool. My dad is fat. And I'm like, wait, there's like 20 people coming. There's like 20 people. Bonjour. Ah, vous avez pas d'ici?
On va te déranger un petit peu.
Non, c'est correct.
Un petit arrêt, 10-15 minutes.
C'est correct, je vais bouger. Il y a pas de problème. My fault, there was actually a class that came here, but like I was saying, okay, kids are super honest. And they know the difference. Like, they know that fat equals negative, and they know that jacked equals positive. They know that abs is desirable. Like, they already know this, because they will insult each other of names of all sorts, and they'll say like, oh, you're fat, or you're this, or you got a big ass stomach, you're big fat. And they really get hurt by that, but like, they already know this at this age, okay? So the thing is, okay, you're their authority figure. They see you as perfect. They want to be like you, okay? Now, me, for example, I'm taking me as an example. I'm not a father, but like, I'm their favorite teacher. Like, it's almost like, for some kids, I'm like their big brother, okay? And they are the number of kids that came up to me, they were like, oh my God, your muscle is so big. I want to be like you when I get older. Like, I'm going to do push-ups when I get older. And I'm like, This is the best feeling, okay? Like this could make me cry because you know what? Because in their subconscious mind right now, when they get older, they're not gonna know it. But because they like me so much and they want to be like me, in the future they have more chance of getting in shape and actually getting a good physique because they're like, oh, my favorite teacher was in shape, so I want to be like him in the future, and they're gonna hit the gym in the future. Like I just know it. This is how it works. And it's the same with you. If you at home are a dad and your kids, it's even crazier than me, right? I'm just a teacher that they see during school and all that. Like, they don't care for me like that. I wasn't there since they were kids. But you're their dad. If they see you as somebody that is strong, healthy, and they're gonna like be like, I want to be like my hero. I want to be like my idol. You're their idol, and they're gonna like literally want to be like you. But the thing is, they're never gonna tell you that they think you're fat. They're never gonna tell you that they don't like your big stomach. But they're just gonna accept it because you're their idol. They're gonna think this is normal. But imagine if what was normal for them was being jacked, being strong, being confident, playing with them, having fun with them, being a leader, showing them what leadership is, showing them what discipline is. You can't show them what discipline is if yourself are not disciplined. And that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine that. They will look at you and be like, I want to be like my father when I grow up. And if their father is something really impressive, like a man that is in shape, a man that is strong, a man that shows confidence, they are gonna have more chance of being confident. They're gonna mimic what you do. They're gonna mimic your habits. They're gonna mimic everything that you do. It's the same with my little brothers. They mimic what I do. I started going to the gym, and now they want to go to the gym too. And I'm so proud of that. My friends, I started going to the gym. Now they all want to go to the gym too because they see the transformation and they're impressed by it. But your kids, don't you think the effect on your kids will be 10 times better? Like, even if you're fat right now and you get in shape, don't you think your kids will be like, oh my God, my dad, he's showed me that you can change. I saw my dad, he was overweight and now he's super strong. He can play with me. He can lift me up. He can do the double bicep. He got big arms. I want to be like him. And they're going to want to be like you. And it's literally going to be the best feeling ever for both of you. Because if you don't do that, bro, they're going to look at you in the future and they're going to be like, oh, it's your fault that I'm fat. It's your fault that I got bullied. It's your fault of this because you didn't care for me. You're neglecting yourself, and it's neglecting them in the long run too. That's what you don't understand. Like the neglect, like I was saying, when you're neglecting yourself, you're neglecting them. See, I know that I never had that as a kid. Like I never had that. It was only my mom, and the effect that it had on me is like, yes, she did her best, but you actually need that masculine role model at home to actually teach you stuff that your mother cannot teach you. There's some stuff that a strong man can only teach you that you need to understand. And if I had had that, bro, I'd have the example of what I needed to become. I had to learn everything on my own. And your kids are going to blame you in the future for neglecting yourself because then it ended up neglecting them. And it's like, it's not their fault. They didn't ask to be born, but you brought them into this world, so it's your responsibility. And to be honest, it's the greatest gift ever. My biggest purpose in life, like one of my biggest purposes is just to have kids. I want like 6 kids. That's why I need to like have the best life. Like I need to retire my mom, obviously. But I want like a lot of kids. You know why? Because I want to bless them with the life I never had. I want to bless them with the father I never had. I want to bless them with the lessons I had to learn myself. And I want to bless them with that. I want to bless them with the childhood I never had. I want to give them all the gift they need. I want to give them all the toys they need. I want them to never go to sleep hungry. I want them to have the best life. And you guys that are just neglecting yourself for the sake of like, oh, it's because of work, it's because I don't have time, it's like you're neglecting them too in the long run. It's your responsibility. It's like the number of parents that I see like just give their kids straight bullshit because I see their meals and I'm like, oh, this is straight bullshit. But like, it doesn't take that long to meal prep. It takes 1 to 2 hours per week. You can meal prep, batch prep your meals, go to the gym 4 times per week, maybe early before they wake up or like later during the night. It doesn't, like when you really want something, you will find a way, I promise you. But you want to, like, imagine if you were that guy, if you were that example for them, if you were the strong role model that is literally going to change their lives. Imagine how, because the reason why nowadays there's a lot of weak men, there's a lot of simps, there's a lot of like, everything is going to shit is because there are not enough masculine role models at home. It's the reason, like the amount of single mother that there is the reason why everything is going to shit. Because if they had that strong role model, they wouldn't need to look for validation outside. See, a lot of kids the reason why a lot of kids turn bad is because they look for that validation for that male validation. What I say, like that older role model that they're looking up to outside. So like that, and oftentimes what they see outside is not good. Like there's a lot of bad influences. But like, imagine if you were the role model for them. Like the kids that don't get influenced to do bad stuff. Like a lot of kids, like they'll just do bad stuff. And there's this kid. Okay, his dad is like he practiced jiu-jitsu. He's super strong. He's buff. He's big. And this kid is like one of the more mature kids of all time. He doesn't get bullied. Nothing happens to him. He's always calm. And anytime it's like time to do some bullshit, he's like, guys, he's always the mature one. He doesn't need the influence of others. He doesn't care about others. He doesn't need validation. And that's literally because he's a little bit older too, but like that's literally because he has a strong father at home. He has that validation at home. Be that example. Don't let them look for that validation elsewhere, because you never know what's going to be outside. Me, I'm blessed. I'm like a good example for the kids, and they really look up to me. But you never know who they're going to look up to in the future. Maybe not right now, in the future, when they are like, my father is not the guy that I can look up to. I know for a fact that when I started to grow up, I started to look for that like role model somewhere else, and what I would see outside was not good example. People were smoking, people were drinking, and I was like, oh well, if I want to be cool like them, I gotta do what they do. But if I had the example of, and I never did it by the way, but like if I had the example at home of like, dad, like what's cool is like lifting weights, what's cool is like being healthy, what's cool is eating healthy, what's cool is like discipline. I wouldn't need that room. I would see them as like some bums. For the bums that they are, I would be like, yeah, bro, like I don't want to be like these guys. So guys, as a father, it's your responsibility. It's the greatest gift, bro. It's the greatest gift. Like you guys are blessed. You guys are blessed. Like you can take somebody, like you can like guys, I could cry for this because like it's like my biggest dream, guys. You guys are so lucky. Like you bring somebody into the world, and you have the ability to nurture it and teach him about life and teach him about what it takes to be a man, so that he can become a man, and then you can watch him become a man. But how can you do this if you aren't at your best, right? Listen, I'm a coach, and as a coach, okay, you need to understand something. It's the same with being a parent. The same thing, okay? If I want to lead others, if I want to tell others what they need to do, if I want to tell others, hey, eat your meal, eat this, eat that, do this, do that, I need to myself be at no flaws. I cannot be distracted. I cannot be sleeping late. I cannot eat unhealthy food. I cannot skip the gym. I cannot do that, because if I want to hold them to that standards, I have to hold myself to that standard. So if you want to hold your kids to a higher standard, hold yourself to a higher standard first. Get yourself in phenomenal shape. Prove to yourself that you can do it, and do it for them. Do it for them. Not even for you. If you can do it for you, do it for them. For your future kids, for your current kid, for the kids that are coming. I don't care. A lot of you guys that are watching are just young fathers, and that's the best position. Right now is the best time to get in shape, bro. Like I see guys at the gym, bro. They literally will come to the gym with their little toddler, and they will work out. And you want to tell me you don't have time? They will come to the gym at 4 a.m. because that's the only time that everybody's sleeping, and that they can go to the gym, and then afterwards they can live their life. You don't want it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough. You gotta do it for them. You gotta do it for them. I promise you. It's the best like thing you can ever do. Like imagine you can play with them. Imagine they like I can't like, bro. Come on, man. I'm just leveling up my life to a point where I can become the best father for them, for my future kids. And I think it starts with myself. It started with me becoming the best man, and then I can show them what the best man is. But I can't show them what the best man is if myself, I still have a lot of flaws. Okay, so get yourself in check, get your physique in check, take care of yourself, stay healthy, stay sharp. Your whole life will just get better when you do that, and then your kids will thank you. And yeah, so if you ever struggle with that, if you struggle with like finding the time and finding the consistency, if you struggle with being if you struggle with being consistent, accountability, structure, making the right plan for you, and having somebody follow you every single day to make sure that you follow that plan, you can always book a call down below. I will be glad to help you with that. I do this for a living. I love coaching people and helping men get in the best shape of their life. It's the best feeling ever. It's the most fulfilling thing ever. And when you get in shape, you will see that it's the best thing ever too. The reward is like you become a positive role model for the younger generation. It's like, bro, like I know that kids in the future, bro, they're going to get in shape, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, my favorite teacher that I used to look up to the most, he was in shape. So I want to be in shape too. Now imagine my dad that I used to look up to the most, he was fat. So I don't really care about getting in shape. It's the same mental process that's going to happen. You want to be that role model that will kickstart their life. You want their life to be like kickstarted because of you. And if they see you in shape as a young kid, they will in the future have more chance of being in shape. If they see you fat as a young kid, they will in the future have more chance of being fat. That's because their subconscious mind is being primed right now to take reality for what it is. They don't question what's happening, they just take reality for what it is. So make sure you stay sharp, brother. I really appreciate you.